$4,857 to the Trump Hotel collection.
Yemeni #1.
What in the fuck is up, my silly motherfucking bitches? How y'all doing? I hope y'all are good. Hope everything is great with y'all. I am in Detroit right now. Broadcasting from my mom's house. As you can tell behind me, if you're watching the video, we got all the gaudy Arabic, fixtures for any type of, like Arabs and Italians. They love pillars, man. You see this pillar behind me? One thing I noticed, especially when, let me tell you about Italian restaurants. I went to a really good Italian restaurant in Wyandotte a couple of weeks ago in Michigan. It's where a lot of the good Italians, ran off to and held down the fort after the Arabs came. You can't say Arab if you're not Arab. Let's just get that out of the way, okay? You can't. If you're white, you can't say Arab. You have to say Arab, even though I think Arab is cooler than Arab. You see this pillar behind us? Gaudy as fuck, bro. There's no reason for this pillar to be here. You look and you're like, man, that pillar is doing a really good job holding the ceiling up. Nope, it's just there for decoration. There's no reason for it to be here. My mom just wants to feel like she's a Roman empress, like most Arab moms. Look at this chair that I'm on, hand carved in Indonesia for $3. My dad used to have a furniture store, and he used to get these, and it's a nice chair. Look, it's I think they call it a Chippendale chair. It's hand carved. It's stained really nice. I think I helped my dad upholster this chair back in the day. Anyways, gaudy as fuck, bro. An Italian restaurant is a really good Italian restaurant if there's pillars everywhere. That's one thing that I noticed. If I'm sitting at an Italian restaurant and there's a pillar next to the table, and they're not pillars that are doing their job. They're not pillars that are there trying to keep the ceiling from crashing down and obliterating your skull like a melon. No. They're just there to make you know that Mediterranean people are here. And that this food is authentic as fuck. The more pillars, the better. The last one I went to in Wyandotte, I forgot the name of the place. There's pillars everywhere not doing their job. There's pillars in the center, 4 of them. And then they, of course, had the ceiling with the light. And then they had, they printed out, they, recreated the Sistine Chapel above it. And all these fat ladies were eating under these pillars. When I was there, there was nothing wrong with fat people. I'm just saying. I'm just describing what was happening. They were fat, and it was funny. You walked into the place, you could sit on the booths that were on the perimeter, but then when you walked in, you saw these giant pillars with the Sistine Chapel in the middle with this giant table. So like while you're eating at the restaurant, you get to look at the center and see this beautiful giant table spread under the 4 pillars, under the Sistine Chapel. And when I was there, I thought it was really cool because it was nothing but fat ladies, and they were all 1 degree fatter from the other. So there were 6 fat ladies at this table, and they were having such a good time. That's one thing that I love about watching them. They were just having the best time. But it was, and listen, it's pasta. People who love pasta typically are huge. But it was like almost like a height chart of fatness. So you had the shortest woman who wasn't as fat, and then the next taller woman was fatter, and then the next taller was fatter. So you got to the end of the table, and there was this one lady that was just humongous, and it almost looked like the what's that chart that they had of the evolution of humans, where they go from monkey to a standing man? It was like that in fatness. And yeah, they were under the 4 pillars. And then there's pillars everywhere. They were in the bathroom. The toilet roll holder had pillars. Fucking man, they should have. The sink spout should have been a pillar. Anyways, this is where I'm at. I'm at my mom's house, and I hope you guys are good. I gotta turn on the comments here. I can't see your guys' comments. Let me window view comments, man. I gotta turn on the comments. I gotta see who's here, bro. What? Oh, it moved to the other page. Let me move this. Balti Bacon in the house. What is cracking, y'all? Thank you for being here. More people should be showing up. All right, let's get the show started. I'm here. I'm seeing a lot of you people are now downloading it. My downloads are going up, and I appreciate that. Would love to see you guys live. Have you guys chime in and tell me what you think live. The phone is on, and if you guys feel froggy and want to call, do call in. The number is 313-915-4933. As always, you can find me at MikeFromDetroit.com or MikeEshaq.com. It'll take you to the same place. So, like, I'm in Detroit right now, and if anybody's listening, it is June 15th. This weekend, the 17th and the 18th, I will be at the House of Comedy. Friday, 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 p.m. I'm only doing like a 10-15 minute set because it's a showcase of all these different Detroit comics for the grand opening of the House of Comedy. And if you guys want tickets, hit me up, DM me. Like I said, best way to find me, MikeFromDetroit.com. All my social media links are at the top. You can either hit Facebook, send me a message there, hit Instagram, send me a message there. Also follow me on those platforms. And let me know if you would like tickets to come this weekend. We got some funny-ass people. Camilla's going to be there. Josh Adams is going to be there. Josh Adams is a murderer, man. I think I got to follow Josh Adams, and he's not easy to follow. But he is definitely somebody to watch. He's like the king of Detroit. That motherfucker is so funny. So, yeah, this weekend, House of Comedy, 2 shows. Would love to see you guys there. October 9th, I'm producing my own show at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. That's the day before Columbus Day. Would love to see you guys there. Ticket links are going to be coming up pretty soon. We're looking to sell this out. It's very important that I sell this out because it is, one of my first produced shows, co-headlining with fellow Yemeni comic Ahmed El Qadri. You could find him as Ahmed Loves Bread on Instagram, Twitter, and all that. So be on the lookout for that, October 9th. And ticket links for that should be coming out this week via Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, which is going to be in Royal Oak, Michigan. And if you guys want or you should definitely sign up for my email list so that I can let you know when I'm coming to your town to do some shows. Just text Mike to 206-207-5422. That's 206-207-5422. Text Mike to that. It'll ask you 3 questions: name, email address, zip code. Zip code is important, so that way I know to send you a message only when I'm coming to your town. So again, October 9th, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, my own show. Would love to see you guys there. And let's get into the freaking podcast. Let's get into the comments real quick. Yes, I'll be at Ridley's. Yes, I'm back in my mom's house. I have no idea what Bolty just typed. Well, anyways, as I said, I'm calling this episode Control-Alt-Delete the Elite. Now, before anybody sit there and goes,
come on, man.
I'm not saying that we need to kill the elite. When I say Control-Alt-Delete the elite, I mean Control-Alt-Delete the system in your brain that makes you go, oh my God, Biden's amazing. Oh my God, Trump's amazing. Oh my God, Obama's black, amazing. Fuck that shit. Like I'm if you guys listen to my podcast whenever I get into politics, you know damn well I consider myself liberal-ish and I have some conservative views. So I like to sit in the middle a lot of the times, especially when shit happens. Not because I only make decisions in the middle. No, it's because it's very important for me to try to pay attention to how people are easily manipulated into believing that they're right. And it drives me fucking insane, especially when politicians just successfully all the time get us to believe in them. All they do is lie, yet we fucking buy into their lies, man. I was at a pool party at some of my friends in LA, old Detroit friends, hanging out, having a good time and everything. And I was talking to my friend, and she was talking about the gun debate, and she's hardcore liberal on it. And I'm pretty conservative on guns, but I'm still liberal in some senses. So I have, I think gun rights are very important. I think we should still have access to AR-15s. I don't think we should ban that. I just think that we need to put better safety measures in. That's where my liberal side kicks in. Like a lot of hardcore conservatives are like, nope, it's a fucking Second Amendment right. Don't fucking infringe on that right. We shouldn't. That's it. I should just be able to have a gun, and I should be able to get it easy. I'm like that. Yes, I say yes, but we also need some measures, some measures that sometimes I think liberals take too far, and that's the problem. I think we're so easily put in this position where we only have 2 parties to choose from, so we either have to be yay or nay, and there's no middle ground. There's no party that's for people like me that goes, hey, man, Second Amendment, great. Yes, we should be able to protect ourselves. And at the same time, that's where the liberal in me kicks in, where I'm like, hey, man, we should just put some regulations in there. Let's not make it so easy to get a gun. Like for me, I kind of feel like people need to go through some type of class to see if they can actually handle the gun and be taught proper ways to use the gun, proper ways to use cover, proper ways to store the gun, proper ways to handle the gun when it's loaded, to not put your finger on the trigger, to have muzzle awareness and all these things that I think, because to me, a person with a gun can be dangerous. A person with ill intentions with a gun can be dangerous. But a person who has no idea what they're doing with the gun can also be dangerous. And a lot of conservatives will fucking sit there and go, oh, no, we shouldn't be putting any laws like that. And I'm like, that's where my liberal side kicks in. And I'm just like, nah, man. I personally think when you buy a gun, they should get a background check that happens on the spot. Once that clears, you get to take the gun home. A lot of conservatives don't like certain rules that make it hard for people to get a gun, because sometimes they say that people will try to get a gun because they really need a gun. Let's say somebody got shot or crime is going up in their neighborhood. Somebody who usually wants to get a gun sometimes realizes now is the time for me to get a gun to protect myself. And the way conservatives look at it as every American should have the ability to get a gun to protect themselves. And we shouldn't slow down that process because they point to certain statistics that I haven't actually looked into deep enough to actually say yes or no. But their angle is, when somebody needs a gun and you couldn't give it to them that day, some statistics show that those people end up getting killed later. And they would have had a chance to protect themselves had they had